A U.S. court limits the scope of Trump's civil claim and dismisses Ivanka. Based on the statute of limitations, the New York court limits the transactions that the state attorney general can sue over. A New York appeals court has limited the scope of a civil complaint alleging staggering fraud by former President Donald Trump and his family. The court ruled on Tuesday that New York Attorney General Letitia James must exclude from her complaint any transactions that occurred prior to July 13, 2014, or February 6, 2016, depending on the defendant. The court also ruled against Trump's daughter Ivanka. The Manhattan Appellate Division said that while James had the right to sue for repeated or persistent fraud or illegality, the charges against Ivanka were too old and should have been dismissed. The Trump Organization was accused of numerous acts of fraud and misrepresentation by James, who filed the case against Trump in September. The lawsuit demands $250 million in damages and aims to prevent the Trumps from operating businesses in New York. Trump variously unlawfully inflated and deflated his net worth by billions to obtain and satisfy loans, get insurance benefits, and pay lower taxes, James stated at the time. In short, he lied in order to gain massive financial benefits for himself. Trump's daughter Ivanka and two of his sons, Donald Jr. and Eric, were initially named in the claim. In April, Trump testified in the lawsuit. On the day of his deposition, he posted on Truth Social that he had done nothing wrong and condemned James' persecution of him. He further stated that the litigation would allow him to demonstrate that he had developed a great, profitable, and valuable company. During oral arguments earlier this month, Trump's lawyer, Christopher Case, accused James of attempting to interject herself into private business matters. Trump previously met with James' lawyers for a deposition in August, but mainly declined to answer any questions beyond a handful of procedural topics. The trial is scheduled to begin in October in Manhattan before the state Supreme Court. The decision to narrow the civil claim came as the former president faced a slew of legal troubles, ranging from federal charges of mishandling sensitive data to state charges of fabricating business records. A Georgia panel is also looking into Trump's alleged efforts to upset the 2020 election results by pushing authorities in the important swing state to find him enough votes to overturn his loss. In addition, Trump is facing a civil defamation action from writer Jean Carroll. A grand jury earlier ruled in Carroll's favor in a separate action, finding Trump accountable for sexual abuse and defamation. Trump, the Republican frontrunner in the 2024 presidential election, has dismissed his multiple legal problems as a plan by his opponents to sabotage his candidacy.